Downtown Los Angeles. That's the location for the Jazz. A fluid 7-footer with deep range and sneaky bounce. Lauri Markkanen is locked in and ready to lead as they get primed. It's game time in Los Angeles. Jazz, Lakers, and back in a moment for the tip. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analyst Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Austin Reaves.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
So here are the Jazz starting 5. George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Lakers, Luka and Reaves are the 1 and the 2. Hachimura at power forward with Ayton at center. And it's James in at the small forward position. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Now here's Doncic. Hachimura outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
And the coaching staff loves it. It's why they encourage Hachimura to fire away.
Now here's George. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Here's Mikhailuk. Yep, that one's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Doncic. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. And the 3 off target. The Jazz on offense. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Exposing the defense and taking advantage in the paint.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, buddy.
Whoa! Not known for showing off, Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Doncic against George. It's not going to go for him. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Ayton passes to Reaves. And here's Hachimura. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Ayton. Nurkic with some nice D.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just blew him off.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
1:51 left in the opening quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I was able to speak with the Lakers head coach. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. George passes to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Pass to Nurkic. Markkanen from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hachimura, the pass to James. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
George passes to Bailey. Back to George. It's stolen by Doncic. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Hachimura outside. Off target from 3-point range. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. He drops it from range. Mikhailuk's got his second basket on the night. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Misses with the fallback, Jay. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz out in front. They're up by 2. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Filipowski, and it's Collier in at the point. Smart for 3. And Smart nails the triple.
Look, and when Marcus Smart is hitting from deep, it really makes a difference in this offense. It becomes so much more dynamic.
There's a screen. Here's Sensabaugh. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes. Utah shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Shooting for Utah, Sensabaugh at the line for 1.
We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
Smart passes to Hayes. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Vanderbilt. Pass to Bailey, back to Mikhailuk. Now Markkanen from downtown sends it home from 3-point land.
Timeout.
Markkanen's got 7.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
See what you got. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. You're a dancing machine.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Laravia, then for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Filipowski, and it's Collier in for Sensabaugh. Here's Doncic. Boy, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Brad.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Shot clock at 2. Reeves. And he gets the bucket. Reeves has got his first points of the game.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Markkanen outside. No good with the triple. Lakers trail by 5. 1:51 left in the second quarter. And there's Doncic. That's good. On the assist from Smart.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Markkanen against Hayes. Pass to Collier. Lets the three fly. Smart grabs the miss. The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Shot is good by Reeves.
You know, Reeves is such a crafty and clever player. He's so good at finding ways to score inside.
We've got 1:13 left in the half. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
Heading to the court, the Laker girls. Let's make some noise.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Hachimura comes in for Hayes, and James is subbed in for Reeves. George, he's checked in for Utah. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Mykhailiuk, the pass to Bailey. George outside. Markkanen with a screen on Doncic. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. The three is up. Utah grabs the miss. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
4 on the clock. Here's George. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. James passes to Hachimura. Here's Doncic. It's James on the wing. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Utah ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. You know, that's when you let your guard down.
And in this league, Jet, it seems like upsets happen every week. Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And it's Utah with the ball. They lead by 1. LeBron and Hachimura in at the forward slots. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's the group for J.J. Redick getting going here in the second half. Richard, it's hard to believe, but this is already LeBron's 8th season with the Lakers.
Yeah, surpassing his first 7 seasons with the Cavs. And look, this is his longest consecutive streak with one team, and he's got a championship to show for it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set that foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 6. Three-pointer connects from downtown. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
George passes to Nurkic. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. Jacks up a 3. LeBron with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Back to Doncic. James deciding where to go with it. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. 5 points in the game.
LeBron really added this into his game later in his career, becoming a threat from deep.
The Jazz have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
And it's Hachimura missing. Well, the Jazz shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Mikhailuk, the pass to George. Spins. Markkanen outside. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And another miss by Utah. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And James puts up a deep 3. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. So it's Utah now. Bailey, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Reeves. Pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Now George to end the drought. Good D by Doncic. 51 seconds left in the third quarter here. Hachimura sets a screen. Now Ayton. No points yet. And it's Doncic missing. It's Markkanen on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Nurkic shot is good.
At 7 feet, getting in Nurkic's way this close is hard to do.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Doncic. Steady play from Doncic against contact.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Jazz up 3. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Lauri Markkanen, Filipowski out there with Collier, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 guard. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by LaRavia. Lets it go from the wing. Sensabaugh, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Vanderbilt with it. He's picked up by Filipowski. Hayes with a screen on Markkanen to the inside. And finished off by Hayes.
Just an easy play for Smart. Sometimes a game is simple. You see open man, you pass the ball to open man scores.
The Jazz shooting around 50% of the game so far. They set the screen. Into the lane. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
What I want to know is where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Timeout. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
To the board, it's your Lakers High Squad.
And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Aiden, he's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. James is checked in for LaRavia. And Doncic has subbed in for Smart. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. Mikhailuk's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what J.J. Redick was saying to the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Doncic. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
The all-around game of Reeves continuing to develop. You just love that pass.
Utah leading by 3. Nurkic outside. Outside George. Now Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk. George fires. Can't hit it. Hachimura against Markkanen. Now Doncic. George with a steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Now Markkanen. Outside George. Nurkic, a screen on Reeves. Now Markkanen. Shoots a 3 from deep. Rebounded by Ayton. Markkanen against Doncic. Rises up. Down goes the jumper.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Utah leading. George outside. Here's Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Reeves. Outside George. Jacks up a three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Nurkic with a rebound.
That is not the shot they needed there. You've got to work it around and get a better look.
First personal foul. First team foul.
So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. George draws the double. Here's Markkanen. Outside George. Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. 17-footer is in.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Utah. George. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. So we see the Jazz get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.